nuggets on the phones these days. We should get out in nature.
Just trying to reply to my fans. I'm behind. The deposit we're working today is super interesting. You can see behind me here we have some gravel and we have some clay. On this side the clay is sluice tailings from the old hydro sluice workings, and on this side we have original ground. We know that because when we did our test pans in it, we were pulling gold that just really should not be up there. I pulled out two beautiful little pickers here, plus a heap of very nice looking specks, and that is just off the surface. And all of this is concentrating on the edge of the creek here. We're going to take the first pan today from here. My original test pan gave me 5 or 6 nice flakes of gold, but simply because all of these tailings are concentrating when it rains, and I like concentration most of the time. No nuggets. Oh yeah, there we go, one nice flake. We've got about 4 or 5 okay pieces as well. First meal for gobble guts today. Well, not really the first, but on camera the first. Nom 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 nom. The science of Dr. Carl. Yeah, there's still okay gold in that. So we know we're getting really good gold there. I want to try in line with this big boulder here, and then if we get good gold above it, I'll try and flip this boulder out of the way and see if there's anything under it. Yeah! Oh yes, these bits are sick. Look at them. So I can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pieces of gold in that pan. And considering that that is up high, like it's well out of the regular flood zone, it'd have to be a major flood to deposit there. And our test pans indicate that that is a piece of original ground. There's going to be a lot more of these sort of things here, because back in the day when they were building their sluice boxes and stuff, they had to use original ground to build their berms. So if you ever see them out in your gold fields, always check them, because you never know when you're going to stumble across a piece that has never been worked by anyone. Well, the gold under the rock remained pretty damn consistent. We've got 4 nice specks and then just a heap of micro in with it. You shall not pass! Never really considered myself to be a grass dealer, but here we are. This is completely different soil makeup, so I was about to say I'm not too sure, but look at that flake. Every single pan is exactly the same. Beautiful flakes, and about 4 or 5 of them. That's just ridiculous. That means we have good gold all the way from here to here. But now we want to see what's on the creek edge, because after the last 150 years of this dirt being stacked up, it's all washing into the creek. All the light dirt will be being washed away, and we should be just left with a nice concentration of gold right on the edge. Big bucks! Pen's heavy too. Really good sign. I can already see gold at the back here. That's perfect. All right. heaps and heaps of black sand in there. Great indicator. Look. Now we find out. Yeah, there you go. Well, it's consistently about the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces I can count in there. Most of what we've been digging up has been silt, but this just came out on the shovel. Really, really nice clay, indicative of sluice tailings, but that creates a false bottom, so there might be a little bit more gold this time. I can see coarser black sand, so that gives me a little bit more hope. Yeah, okay. So, more towards the center of the creek apparently. Perhaps I was jinxing myself by saying big bucks, so we just won't say nothing. 3 small, very, very small pieces of gold. That's surprising, considering how consistent it's been. Maybe we should move some rocks and see what happens then. No, same again, just a couple pieces. Huh. Interesting. It just hit a clay layer that's got a lot of ash in it, so now we're also contending with a bushfire layer. There is a lot of stuff going on in this little area, and that's confusing my brain. It looks like we've got 2 separate deposits. We've got this bench deposit that's shedding original ground and sluice tailings, and we've got in the center of the creek where obviously it's just concentrating. You can kind of see it V's in here with lots of big boulders on either side, and we're thinking that the fast water is just dragging all the gold down the center and packing up in behind this rock. I'm just taking a little break while Gadsy does some more test pans so we can follow the pay streak, and he just stopped and pulled this out of his pan. That is a huge smoky quartz. That's probably the biggest one I've seen. It's the only one I've seen on this creek. How sexy is that? Good work, Gadsy. You're gonna have all the luck today, buddy. You got the power of the crystal with you. It feels like, I don't know, big rock or might be close to the bottom. Yeah, the deeper I go into that solid clay, the less gold I'm getting. I've got 3 little pieces here, but nowhere near the size or the quantity that I was getting from the gravel above it. Yeah, that's a better result. So, taken from the top gravels, and we got a nice show of colour. So that means that's where we're going to continue working for the rest of today. But I'm really curious to know what is in that bench deposit. We pulled out some really nice pieces of gold from up there. So from now on, I'm going to take my trusty bucket here, and all I'm going to do is get down to a handful of concentrates and tip it in there and clean it up later on. This will increase efficiency and hopefully net us some more gold off that bench deposit. It's only taken me like a minute to do a pan, which is pretty damn good. Using this method is so much faster. This is my 7th pan in about 10 or 12 minutes. So you can do this with any type of pan, and I suggest you do, because you can only mine gold on the creek. You can always clean it up at home. So the more dirt you process, the more gold you get. It's that simple. There's a layer of clay just in here and there's no point digging through it because it's got no rock in it, no nothing, and it's just going to stop the gold dead. So we're just taking the top off. That's why we're not digging deep. I've got nothing but sand in my pan. Still heavy. That's the only coarse rock that came out of that sand. So if there's gold in this, I will be amazed. Lo and behold, there is. We got 1, 2, 3 good specks of gold just there. That's not too shabby. Have a look at the very next sand pan. That's a good pan of gold. That is a real good pan of gold. Gazzy and I have been going pan for pan, just hammering this spot. We finally got a troublesome rock out of the way. And Gazzy calls me over, he goes, Chris, look at this. We're talking about nuggets. Look at that. That is freaking massive for this area. That's got to be a what, a 0.15, 0.2 maybe?
Yeah, 0.1-ish. Size.
Okay, we've got guesses all over the shop, but hell yeah, we found a big booger. That bucket had probably 20 to 25 pounds worth of dirt in it. I'm just going to take the blooms off, have a quick look at what's in it, and then finish cleaning it up at home properly. Well, that's a lot of black sand. Oh. That's a pretty sight. That's a lot of boogers. And then we'll empty gobble guts in there as well. So no matter what I get in this pan today, I think my cameraman got the score. Beautiful nugget, huge crystal. Whew. I'm hoping for at least a half gram today because we've seen some coarse gold. We're getting a decent amount of specks every pan. That's still not too shabby. Have a look at that, some coarse gold. We've been here for probably 4 or 5 hours now, and it is definitely time to go home. We have a long hike out for us, so we're going to get home, weigh up the gold, and see what we got for all our work. Right before we weigh up the gold, I just want to invite you down to the description below in YouTube, where you're going to find a bunch of super interesting links, including things like my merch shop, where you can buy a sweet t-shirt and look the part on the creek. Right on with the gold weigh-in. Here's the results from 5 hours worth of panning out of that beautiful little spot next to a Clash Guitars pick for a bit of scale. And as you can see, most of the pieces are either nice big flat flakes or rather coarse with hardly any flour gold, which is kind of a rarity in my area. We've got the scales teared off and the gold is in a folded piece of A4 paper. I am going to guess that we got a 0.38. I don't think we quite got the half gram that I was hoping for. Okay, I was pleasantly wrong. 0.492, that's pretty dang close. That means 0.492 is worth approximately $38.68 Australian at the time of recording. But that's brought us to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. Please give your dog a scratch behind the ears for me. Peace! And I'm out.